How would you summarize today?
It was just a good day. It was a typical day, at least typical as of lately. Good news is that today was the busiest start to the day that we've had yet. We opened at 6 a.m. and no other coffee shops in this area. All the other coffee shops in this area open at like 8 a.m. And so I wanted to really provide the people in this area a coffee shop that's not Starbucks that was open early. But the first like week, I swear that first hour and a half of the day, we wouldn't see a single customer, you know, because people weren't coming in that early. But I sort of had some faith that it would catch on. And then today we saw probably 4 or 5 customers in the first hour that we were open. We saw like 3 customers between 6 and 6:20, you know, the first 20 minutes that we were open. So that's really encouraging. So that was just one small win from the day. But yeah, outside of that, it was pretty steady all day and we had some great interactions. It's a typical day. Start just about every day like this. Just a couple weeks ago, probably, maybe a little bit more, maybe like a month or a month and a half ago, I started waking up earlier. Waking up at 3:30, sometimes it's hard. I would like wake up, come out into the living room, and try to go into like my prayer and gratitude routine, sitting on the couch. But I kept noticing that every time, not every time, but so many times I would sit down and try to start my prayer and my gratitude practice. It's something that I do kind of quietly, and so I'd start going through the things that I'm grateful for, and the next thing I know, I'd fucking wake up an hour and a half later. I would just fall asleep on the couch. So I decided to start waking up and immediately just going outside for a walk. Not only would the fresh air wake me up, because it was like middle of winter when I started this, so the fresh cold air would wake me up, but also like just getting your blood flowing. It's awesome because I don't stay out here very long, just long enough to go through my prayer and gratitude. By the time I get back to the house, like my whole body's awake, you know. So I've been liking it. It's tough, but it takes a lot of the struggle out of getting up early and getting moving.
So earlier today, you were trying to get your daily routine done, and that's really when people started coming in. How does getting your daily routine affect the rest of your day? Getting it done, how does it affect the rest of your day?
You mean my morning routine?
Yeah.
My morning routine really sets the tone for my whole day. At this point in my life, I've fallen off of a lot of my like daily rituals, and so I had to. I realized that days like today were gonna happen. Where as soon as I sit down to try to do my daily routine, customers would walk in or whatever, right? I'm pretty good at prioritizing and executing, and I had to define for myself what were the top priorities right now. And so I didn't want to prioritize like my reading, my journaling over getting the shop where it needs to go. So the shop is my top priority right now. I truly am trying to maximize my time. I'm not like wasting time. I'm not watching TV. I'm not even on social media, right? Like, and that traditionally takes up a ton of my time. So I'm not doing anything that is a time sucker. I really am spending every day, all day, trying to move the shop forward because it is my top priority right now. And so the only part of my morning routine that's become a non-negotiable is the daily outdoor walk. Like I wake up, you know, like you guys saw this morning, I woke up 3:30 in the morning and just walked out the door. And then I walked back in the house. And typically, historically, that's when I would do my reading, my journaling, my visualization, etc. But now, I just don't want to wake up any earlier than 3:30 in the morning. So I only have time for the walk, and then by the time I get back, I eat breakfast, and I've got to leave. I got to go to the shop. So I say all that to say my morning routine sets the tone for my day, but I've sort of pushed a few of the non-essential or the less essential tasks down to the bottom of the priorities list. But I did keep the outdoor walk just so that it can still set the tone for my day. I still come to a place of gratitude and remind myself of where I've been, where I'm at, and where I'm trying to go.
Now that your morning routine's changed up a little bit, how is that affecting you in terms of how you feel throughout the rest of the day? Does that like throw you off or?
No, I don't think so, because on the flip side, something that I'm adding to my days that didn't previously occur every day is I'm having like so many really good, positively charged conversations with people and interactions with people, like not even full, conversations. Some of them are just passing interactions, but man, the energy, reciprocity that happens in face-to-face, genuine interactions is, it really is like recharging. It's, refreshing. Typically when I fall off my morning routine, my whole day goes to shit. But the truth is, man, just the interactions, the customer interactions have been so energy giving that I feel fine. Actually, I feel great. I feel so great. Like I've been fucking working my ass off for like 6 fucking months building this thing out with no observable progress, like, cause and not only that, but I wasn't building this place to make money. I was building this place for that energy transfer to happen. Like I was literally building it for that reason. So, in my head, I knew that we would make money, but it's kind of a toss up. Like it's not easy to build a place like that where people let their guards down and exchange energy with another human. I think people are really guarded these days. So, that was actually the real challenge. And I feel great because it seems so far like we've started to accomplish that.
If you had to pick a highlight from today, what was the highlight of the day?
From today?
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting nice. With my latte art, with my milk steaming.
Is this Cat?
I mean, he is getting pretty good.
I'm nice. Today I didn't mess up any, I don't know, if any milk. And like, it's so funny because I always tell people like I actually sell more milk than I do coffee. Most drinks are like milk based. So one of the keys to serving a good drink is actually just being able to steam milk and get good milk consistently. It was really hard for me when we were starting out, but I'm starting to get good at it, and that feels good. But also, that's what we were just doing. We just got a new shelf put up right inside the door so that we can really push the online ordering and sort of compete on a convenience, level with some of these like chain coffee shops.
When you think back to our last day in the life, what significant changes do you really feel like? Because we were just talking about like non-observable progress, but like if you talked to you back then, if you then talk to you now, what would that be like?
I don't know, man. I think that I've been pretty focused for a while. So like, I wouldn't necessarily say, I feel very much so like I'm in the same spot, but I think me then was not nearly as outgoing in pursuing interactions and building relationships with people who live here locally. I was very close, like, because we were a social media based company at that point. I didn't really need to push the face-to-face interactions, but it was like a missed opportunity. Like I've spent the last 6 months building this place and nobody knew about it. But that's kind of stupid. I should have tried to tell as many people as possible that I was building it to build up even more hype. But it worked out. So that's like the only thing I think at least the only thing that comes to mind.
Thoughts and feelings on the grand opening next week. Where are we at with that?
Is the grand opening next week?
2 weeks. All right.
I'm about to say.
All right, my bad. Thoughts and feelings on the grand opening in 2 weeks.
Honestly, I have nothing but really high expectations for it. Yeah, I think we've been doing a good job so far here, providing like a really electric and energizing environment, a place where people feel productive, but also where they're making new friends and having, you know, the best conversations of the day here. And I think if we just continue to do that, it won't just be us that's excited about the grand opening event. I think it'll be a lot of people.
For anyone who wants to be a part of what you do here, what qualifications does that person need to have?
Man, they just gotta be hungry. You know, they just gotta be hungry. They gotta be hungry. That's it. It's just we got a lot of work to do. This shit is not gonna be easy. It's not a it's not a typical coffee shop, and I'm not treating it that way. For me, like what's at stake is very important. It's not just success or failure monetarily. So the person that wants to work here, that's it. They gotta love people. They gotta have good people skills. They gotta be able to socialize and look somebody in their eye when they're talking to them. But really, they gotta be hungry too.
Thoughts or words to close out the day?
Murph and I wanted to do this day in the life video just specifically because we already did one, and it was kind of in the pre-open stages of Omen Coffee Co. Yeah, we were already operational online, but like this was still just a construction project. So we wanted to do this day in the life just to highlight sort of what the process looks like early on in building, you know, what I hope to be a big company. And to sum it up, even though you guys can't really get this from the video, today Murph and I woke up at 3:30 in the morning.
Against my will.
It's currently going on 8 p.m. So it's been almost 15 hours so far. And I've still got to clean up. I still got to sweep and mop. And then I'll get home. So after a 15-hour day. And the truth is, I'm going to do this. It's Tuesday. Well, I did this yesterday. And I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I'm going to do it the next day. I'm going to do it every day, Monday through Friday this week. Saturday and Sunday will be more like 8-hour days. But still, every day this week I'll work. And it's just because even if I had a barista, even if I had the personnel I needed, because I'm looking for a barista right now, but even if I had them, I would still be here those hours this week, right? And so some people talk about talent a lot, or they wait to be qualified to chase their dream or to like start a business or whatever. And I don't think that the key is actually being qualified or being talented or having a certain amount of knowledge. I think it's literally just the willingness to like do whatever it takes to like get it going, or learn whatever you need to learn, acquire whatever skills or knowledge that you need. And like I'm just willing to do it. And so yeah, I mean, it was a long day. But I had a lot of fun, and I got to see my friends. I got to hang out with my friends all day, and we made a little bit of progress. Like it's just, you know, grains of sand. I'm trying to build a mountain out of grains of sand, and every single day is just another grain of sand. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Be sure to like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. Even if you don't watch YouTube like that, I don't care. Subscribe. Especially if you don't watch YouTube like that, like what's the difference to you? Matter of fact, if you have a YouTube channel, let me know. I'll subscribe to that shit. I never watch YouTube, but I'll subscribe. All right, so subscribe to my shit.